in Teaching, JET program, was established by the Japanese government in 1987 to promote internationalisation at the local level. New Zealand was one of the 4 original countries invited to participate.
My teacher at school, my Japanese teacher, was one of the early JETs when the program first started in New Zealand.
Most participants are selected as assistant language teachers, mainly in public schools.
I'm going to be assisting a Japanese teacher teaching a language.
Others join the JET program as coordinators for international relations or sports exchange advisors.
I've been here, this is my second year now, really enjoying it.
Since 1987, over 2,000 New Zealanders have participated in the JET program.
I went on the JET program. I had always wanted to go on the JET program ever since I was in high school.
They have had a huge impact on New Zealand, bringing fresh understanding of Japan and the Japanese to our people.
I want to study karate in Okinawa. I want to study traditional language in Okinawa, and I want to study the Japanese.
Well, you can stay in Japan for 2 years and study how do Japanese behave, how they spend every day, weekly life, yearly life, and compare with their life in New Zealand.
Have also been ambassadors for New Zealand in many communities in Japan.
So you are a New Zealand ambassador in your local community in Japan. So you can teach those people how New Zealanders think about this issue or that issue, and you can exchange views with Japanese people over there, and you can compare the views and come to close to mutually understanding points. That's a very crucial point.
The experiences may have helped JETs and people they meet adapt to difference.
Observe how everybody else behaves and then you follow that example.
And see some differences and similarities and study each other.
In my experience, I found quite a few New Zealanders living in the Kansai area.
It is not just the Kiwis who have gone to Japan as JETs who are keen on the program.
Why did you want to be a JET?
I just wanted to go to Japan and experience the different culture and be able to learn something as well as teach something.
Future generations of graduate Kiwis who would like to be assistant English teachers in secondary schools or coordinators of international relations for local government in a big or small Japanese community can look forward to a well-organised, well-paid 1, 2 or 3 years learning Japanese culture and language amongst the people.
The language is a great tool for learning a culture.
We need to know their culture and language are inseparable. So to learn Japanese is another huge drive.
The JET program helps the rest of us by building bridges of understanding. In 2005, the program was expanded to include over 5,800 participants from over 40 countries, including 320 from New Zealand, in locations throughout Japan.
I've always had, since I was a teenager, an inkling and a desire to go to Japan.
I'm just really happy to have been selected and to be going to Japan.
Peter Cowell, now a diplomat with a Japanese wife, has studied and worked in Japan.
I've not had the pleasure or the privilege of being on the JET in Japan, but I've got many friends who have been on it, and I understand they have a thoroughly good time.
Here we are interested in nurture the younger leaders.
I finished school, I did a Bachelor of Arts, and then I did a TESOL program, and I worked for a few years as a teacher of English as a second language in Wellington and Napier.
Through the combination of the skill of language and the understanding of the foreign language, they are able to communicate, to make themselves understood. In other words, it is extremely important at this time of the 21st century for Japan to make Japan not misunderstood.
Japanese realize that their English is inadequate, basically, and they are taking steps to try and improve the situation, which is why the JET program came about.